Go.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So right now, I'm standing here because I want to present about the country destination, my dream country that I want to visit. First, let me do some small introduction about myself. My name is Fauza Alifa Zahra, and I'm from 10 RPL, but people usually call me Fauza. Okay, so this is the country destination that I want to visit. The first we got Japan, and then the second we got Russia. Okay, first let's start with Japan. So welcome to Japan, and then I want to tell you about the location. Japan is located in East Asia, in the Pacific Ocean, and then it's not just having one island, but it has over 6,000 islands. But there is four main islands. This one is called Hokkaido in the north, and then this is the Honshu, the largest one where Tokyo is located, and then this one is Shikoku, and the one in the bottom is Kyushu. Okay, so the capital city of Japan is Tokyo, one of the most metropolitan areas in the world, and the Japan language is of course Japanese. Okay, so this is some of Japanese culture and traditions. First, the clothing. The Japanese garment is kimono. Is popular for Japan, and even though in these days mostly Japanese wear Western clothes for their daily life, but kimono is still used for special agendas like tea ceremonies, weddings, or maybe graduation. And then there is the festivals. Japan has so many festivals, but I will only mention two. First, there is Hanami. Hanami meaning is the sakura viewing, where we go with our friends or families to go on a picnic under the sakura trees and enjoying the beauty of nature. And then the second festivals that I want to mention is Omisoka. It is like the New Year is where all of the peoples of its families of the house work together to cleaning every inch of the house. It's to welcome the new year and start a year. And then the etiquette of Japan. Japan etiquette is more famous, especially the bowing one, or we can call it as ojiki. Ojiki has three main base of degree. The first is 15 degree. It is casual and used for friends. And then the 30 bow degree is formal, and it is for like clients and something like that. And then the 45 degree bow is for deep apology or deep respect, where Japan doesn't do handshake, but in today's Japan already adopt some handshake for foreigners, but in Dog is its normal ways of respect or greet is bow. And then this some of the food you must try in Japan. So the first we got sushi. It's very popular, and almost all over the world have sushi. Sells sushi because it's like rice that was filled with fish or maybe vegetables like that. And then there is the ramen. Ramen is like noodle soup, noodle cup. And then we got tempura. Tempura is some kind of fish or vegetable, fried fish or vegetable. And then there is the street snacks of Japan. Takoyaki is my favorite one. Takoyaki is like a ball-shaped food that has a filling octopus. And then there is okonomiyaki. It's like a pancake, savory pancake with some of toppings on top, and the toppings is almost like takoyaki. And then there is taiyaki. It's like a fish-shaped cake that was filled with red bean paste. And these some iconic landmarks of Japan. The first we got Mount Fuji. It is the most iconic one and is the Japanese symbol. It is the popular hiking place. And then Arashiyama Bamboo Grove. It's like a bamboo is everywhere. When we walk through it, we can see all of the trees standing between us. And then if you for city viewing, you can go to Tokyo Tower or Tokyo Sky City. When we go there, we can see like the perspective of the skyline, where how beautiful is the tree from the skyline perspective. And then there is the Himeji Castle. It's like the old castle that was built with wooden, and it is like popular in the history. Okay, so this Japan significant. First, the square watermelon. When you got a question, what is the shape of watermelon? Most of you will answer it's circle, but for Japan, it has a unique one, which is square watermelon. This shape, so the watermelon is like grown inside glass boxes, and so that's why it got shaped as a square, and it is like decorative and it's very expensive. And then we got the island of rabbits. We can call it too as Okunoshima. So rabbits there is like over 1,000 rabbits live in there. It roams freely and taking control of one of the islands. And then there is hotel run by robots. The name of the hotel is the Hana Hotel. It is located in Nagasaki, and all over the hotels we cannot find humans as the controllers, but most of them robots. Even the receptionist, the cleaners, the food taker, it's all robots. And then vending machines everywhere. So Japan has so many vending machines all over their places. We can buy everything, almost everything. Drinks, foods, hot meals, eggs, or maybe umbrellas and even clothes. Okay, so this is some of vocabulary of Japan daily list. Itadakimasu is safe before eating. And then after we finish eating, we can say goshisosama. And then sumimasen is excuse me or I'm sorry or thank you. And then gomennansai is I'm sorry, but is more direct. And then arigatou gozaimasu is thank you in a formal way. Okay, so why do I want to visit Japan? First, it is safe, clean, and incredibly organized for travelers. So, for example, when we want to order a train, the train will arrive on time to the second. And then the second is rich of cultural heritage. So, Japanese have so many cultural heritage, and it is so rich until now. It is still kept until now. And the cultural heritage is already blend with the modern era, but still it's symbolizes the Japan. And then seasonal beauty. For example, the spring it's giving the cherry blossoms, and then the summer giving the fragrant festivals, while autumn giving like the shade of red and gold of the mountains, the winter giving like the beautiful snow appearance, just like that. Okay, so that all concludes the Japan section. So now let's we move to the Russia. First I have this quotes is Inonaka no Kuwasu Itaikai Warika. I seriously a bit of forgot how to spell this. But the meaning is a frog in a well does not know the ocean. So if we just stay in place and didn't do exploration, didn't find any experience, we will not know about this whole world. Okay, so let's restart to the Russia section. Okay, so Russia is like located in Eastern Europe and Northern Asia, called as the Eurasia. It's the biggest country in the world. It borders with 14 different countries: Finland, Estonia, Latvia, Belarus, Ukraine, Georgia, Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, China, Mongolia, and North Korea. It has a coastline of along the Arctic Ocean to the north and the Pacific Oceans to the east. And it covers over 17 million square kilometers. It's about 1/8 of this whole planet. And then the capital city of Russia is Moscow. And then there is some of culture of Russia. So Russia is reserved with strangers and warm with friends. So don't expect any smile from Russian people. And then we got the samovar is the typical festivals for family gatherings because tea is considered as the base of Russian hospitality. And then Maslenitsa is a butter week, is the oldest holiday where people cook like a thin pancake called blini. And then the last one is gestures and body language. So don't expect any thumbs up from Russian people because it means options. And then like the normal ways where not is yes and then check is no. And then there's some food of Russia. First we got borscht. This one is borscht. It's like a soup made with beans, vegetable, and sometimes it makes with meats. It is bright red and served hot with sour cream. And then we got pelmeni. Pelmeni are dumplings that was filled with meat. It's served with sour cream. And then the last one we got blini. I have mentioned it before. It's a thin pancakes and often eaten with honey, jam, or caviar. Okay, so this is some of the city of Russia. We got Petersburg. It has the Hermitage Museum, the oldest and the largest museum of the world. And then Novosibirsk, it is the center of transportation industry and something like that. And then we got the Yekaterinburg. It is like the border between the Asia and the Europe. Okay, so this fun fact about Russia. So Russia is the coldest inhabited place on Earth. So there is some place, I forgot the place. Its Celsius is -70, and it's only not go to school on the -50. Like I don't know how do they survive on that kind of Celsius. And then it contains about 20% of the world's freshwater resource. And especially is on the Baikal Lake, the deepest lake on Earth. And then the country has the largest forest area in the world. The Siberia tiger is the largest and even is more larger than Amazon. And then Russia is home to unique animals like Siberian tiger or maybe brown bear that represent the Russia wildness. Okay, so why do I want to visit Russia? First is the architectural wonder and found nowhere else. So Russia architecture is, I don't know, it's just so cool for me. And then affordability. The exchange rate to Russia today is made the affordable. It makes it affordable for the tourists. And then the unique natural wonders like the lake, the Baikal Lake, and then the volcanoes. I forgot the name of the volcanoes. And then there is the like mountain, I forgot the name too, and then space tourism and aerospace heritage. So Russia is the only city where we can visit the Star City and we can experience a zero gravity in there. Okay, so I will conclude. So Japanese is like offering like precision, politeness, and seasonal beauty. So it's like for Japanese, if we go to Japanese, we can see the mixing of the modern era and their traditional culture. But for Russia, for me, I think it's often like an extreme and something extreme and complicated history. It was so large that we can explore so many places. So that's the difference between them two. And I think that's all for me. So well, maybe I do apologize if I have any mistake. And thank you for listening. The last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.